Howdy folks, how are you today? Welcome back to the Chad Keegan YouTube channel, and we've got a dandy today. It's Saturday, December 11th. I was up at about 2:30 this morning and it was 61 degrees out, and now it's like 50 some, but the temperature's dropping fast. It's super windy. Decided not to work today because we were supposed to have 25 to 35 mile per hour winds, and I never run when it's super windy because of the fact that I pull containers and they just lift off the chassis, which, you know, probably 6-8 months ago there was a super bad windstorm, and one of the cranes had a container that was getting ready to load on a chassis on a semi, and it just pushed that thing and knocked a bunch over. Just got off the phone with the dispatcher, and she said that they just closed the ramp down because of the wind and stuff like that and the gusts. And I'm sitting at home, I'm on the phone with Kenworth trying to get some parts ordered for the Frankenstein truck because I am getting ready to change out that the shifter housing I had been talking about and asking about, and questions and things like that, and trying to find one. Well, I found one on Facebook and I got it ordered, or purchased it from the guy, and he sent it, so it should be here sometime next week. So I called Kenworth to get some cables, a rebuild kit for that old one, and a couple those pinion seals that I needed for the front and rear diff on the green truck that are leaking. And I heard something and then the power went out, and I figured, what the heck's going on, And if you're familiar with me and the channel, you know that I live in a place with a bunch of tall trees, pine trees and stuff, and we've had a couple come down last year, but they didn't, or a year and a half, 2 years ago, but they didn't take out the power line, thankfully. But well, this time it did, so we're gonna walk outside and I'll show you what's going on. It's super windy, so you're gonna get a bunch of and I apologize for that, so I'll try to talk close to you as much as I can. But if you can't hear me, I'm sorry and I apologize. But I did call the power company and they're sending a crew out. But the only problem with that is that it's so soft out here, because I live not too far from the river. It's really sandy out here, the ground. So we'll see what's gonna happen and if we'll be able to get power. And I planned on doing some work on the green truck, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do anything because it's so windy out. And I just don't know if I wanna deal with that. It is. We doing it. The temperature is dropping dramatically, but yeah, here we go. We got a power down line right here that's down, and a tree right here in the middle. There's a line that snapped, laying on the ground there, and that tree just come down and took it out. It's probably not the smartest idea to be out here because who knows how many of these are widow makers, so it's about all you're gonna get. Probably walk back inside because I feel bad for the people that gotta come out here and try to fix that, because all these trees are out here. They might say we're waiting until the wind dies down and stuff, because I mean, you can just hear that. That much right now. When they get out here, they try to deal with this stuff. Oh great, I just stepped in a big old pile of dog crap, because that's where the dog likes to take its dumps, or somewhere around there. Well, looks like these shoes are gonna have to stay outside for a while. Not fun, not what I wanted to deal with, but it happens. So yeah, that's what's going on today. That is what is going on today. I'm about to just kick these off and leave them out here. change my socks if needed, because we don't want no crap in the house. We're having a crappy day. I can tell you that much right now. At least I can laugh about something, right? But yeah, that's what's going on. That is some madness out there. And that's why I never run when it's high winds, because it's super dangerous, and that's just not something that I want to do. So yeah, hopefully the power will get restored here shortly. I'll get on my phone real quick and see what the old temperature's reading. Thankfully, I've got vehicles and stuff with batteries if I need to charge my phone and stuff. It is 45. It's already dropped down to 45. And let's see what the wind is right now. Currently 27 mile per hour wind. Who knows what the gusts are. And it's only supposed to get higher for a couple hours, so that good times, I can tell you that much right now. So maybe if I'm lucky I could get some footage while they're doing the power line, but I don't know. So we'll be back with something. Like I said, I wanted to go out and do some stuff to the truck, but I just don't see it happening, because who knows what kind of wind chill that's got. Even though it's 40 some degrees, it feels a lot colder than that. Thankfully, I've got a hot tub, which should be about 104 degrees if I need to jump in that and warm up. Other than that, we ain't got no heat for now. So I'm just sitting out in the truck. Had to come out here and plug my phone in and charger. Figured I'd fire it up. Oh, it was about 30%, and I needed some phone just in case somebody called, or you know, I needed it. And it's 37 right now and feels like 25. So within a couple hours, the temperature has surely dropped, and feels cold. It is 1:30 and I'm still not to see any trucks, so I don't have power yet. And wife said she got a message saying that it would be restored by 1:30. Then she said she got another message saying that they're waiting on dispatch for the truck. So I don't know, man. I talked to her on the phone. She says we may need to go get a room tonight somewhere, and I said, yeah, worst case scenario. So we'll see. I mean, this is horrible. I feel bad. This is nothing. I mean, at least my house is still standing and stuff like that, or the place I live. And you know, there's people down in Kentucky and anywhere else that had the tornadoes. That's devastating. 2 weeks before Christmas, it's not cool, man. And I feel bad for anybody that's down there and has lost someone or anything like that. You know, it's always concerning. Shouldn't be like this. Worst case scenario, we should have some snow instead of this kind of stuff, this kind of activity. But you never know what Mother Nature's going to throw at you, so you just got to kind of roll with the flow. But yeah, who knows? Hopefully somebody comes soon. Like I said, I'm just sitting out here. Luckily, I've got YouTube TV, so I can watch stuff on my phone if I want to. But other than that, probably gonna shut it off and go back in the house here, because I'm about 100% charged up, and I wanted to charge just to you at least. That way it would be done. But yeah, these trees, this wind is still blowing. When I first got out here, man, the cab was sitting there rocking back and forth, so I moved it. That way I could sit there and watch for somebody coming down the road, hoping I'd see them, but still ain't seen none. None. So, and this thing's only about 125 maybe on the temperature gauge, so it's pumping out heat. It's just not a ton, especially if you put it on like high or medium, but low, it's pushing out enough heat to where I ain't freezing or nothing like that. And if I needed to, I'd crank it up. But boy, you can sure feel the drafts that aren't taken care of when the wind's blowing like this. So I know what I need to do for some drafts. The door seals, I replaced all these door seals and stuff, but I still got a couple spots where like the door latches and stuff that just, oosh, you can feel it. And over there, that door's horrible. Down on the floor, there's a spot too from everything that comes from up. So I doubt I'll ever get the wife in here in wintertime until that's taken care of, which I wouldn't want to, because she needs to be hot all the time. And she would have to have those pants on and like heated blanket or something to stay warm, because she would be freezing. But yeah, that's what's going on now. Sitting out here hanging out. I haven't turned the radio on or nothing.
just sitting out here. Chris, I was watching my phone, so I don't know. Probably go inside and see what the dogs are up to. Maybe try to get them to go out again. See what's going on.
Well, folks, here's the situation. Nobody came out to restore the power. Apparently, it's not going to be on until 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So I did the right thing and got a room for me, the wife, and the dogs for 2 nights. Hopefully, we only need it the 1 night. But, you know, if she don't check out by 11, because I got to work in the morning, that's why we're in the semi and we're headed over there. Fortunately, it's only 5 minutes away from the house, so it's not a big deal, but yeah, it just sucks having to leave the house. This was, you know, getting this would be cheaper than going out and getting a generator or kerosene heater or anything like that to keep us warm. And, you know, we ran over there a little bit ago, checked in, dropped some of our stuff off, and we went out to eat because there's some meetups right here that's next to the joint. So we, or the hotel at least, went out to eat. We were talking about, you know, we could have roughed it if we would have just got a heater or something, but, you know, it would have been money spent. Who knows if the power is going to be back on. And the only reason why we didn't is because of the facility situation for the wife. You know, I do have an outhouse, but I don't want her to have to go out and try to use that in the freezing cold, because it's going to be like below 32 tomorrow, and that's the last thing I want my wife to have to do. So now it's just one of the situations where you got to deal with it. And you know, fortunately, we're able to get a room like this and pay for it. It's not a big deal, but it's what it is. So, you know, I grabbed an extension cord because where I can park the truck, there's a light with a outlet right there, so I can plug the truck in tomorrow morning before I leave. And once you know, I'll tell the dispatchers I ain't working again until I've got this taken care of. I got power, because I want to be able to leave from my house and not like this. But hopefully tomorrow when I get home, it'll be on. But you never know. So it's one of the things. Just gotta deal with it, and could be worse. That's all I can tell her, is it could be worse, chick. Freaking lights are bright, even though they're not. She got the dims on, but man, the things are bright. So yeah, it'll be interesting with the dogs. They're expensive. I told her, I said, after these guys, I don't want to have the dogs to worry about something like this happens again, because we could have been staying in a lot better room than what we are. We had to get a king size bed. We're used to sleeping in our own beds in our own rooms, and yeah, we got to share a bed with the dogs, so this will be fun. This will be fun. She sent me a snap with her telling the dogs they're going on their Christmas vacation. So her dog Dinky was all excited. But it's going to be a pain in the ass taking them out. You know, we got a cage for the little dog, and we can put the big dog, which he's not big, on a leash, and he goes out and does his thing. And we're going to have to, you know, leash them up and take them both out, and that's not going to be fun at all. Luckily for me, I'm getting up at probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning and leaving for work, so I won't have to deal with that too much. If she wants to rough it, she's going to have to rough it like that. The thing about it is we probably can't leave either of those dogs in that room alone, because they'll be sitting there freaking going off and barking. I know her dog will be. Morrison, our little dog, he'd be fine. But her dog Dinky, he wouldn't have it if he's in a strange place. He'd probably be barking the whole time, pissed off, not happy. So, oh,
Yes, we will see. One dog, two dog. Well, this is it for possibly the next 2 days. Hopefully not though, because I'm not trying to have that, I can tell you that much right now. But we do get a microwave, we got a nice little refrigerator. You know, look what I got in there. That's right, but like I said, I'll be getting up early to go to work, so at least I'll be doing that, not sitting here the whole time watching things like
I want to do this.
that. You know, she's mad. She ain't happy. What can you do though? What can you do? This is best case scenario, don't you think? Well, Sunday morning. It's a little after 4, I'd say, and it's the best place we could get for the dogs to be able to stay, because nowhere else in town allows them. So, you know, and it's crazy because we have got the first room. When you walk into the place, you go around the corner from the desk, and we got the very first room. And there's a bathroom right next to it. So, needless to say, the dogs were barking at every move that someone would make last night. We tried to keep them up on the bed with us, but they just jumped down and want to bark. So, here you go. Getting ready to head out, go down and get some fuel, and I'll get my day started. I got a Napoleon and 5 Finleys, so shouldn't be too long of a day, but you know, it'll be long enough for a decent church service, I can tell you that much right now. So that's what's happening. Maybe we see anything cool, we'll get back, but you know, if not, I'll just run today, bust it out, and hopefully we get some update on some power so we don't have to stay here again tonight. But I probably won't run again until I have power, just because I don't want to leave my wife in this type of situation to deal with both of the dogs on a leash and stuff like that. But when I do come back, I'm gonna go and grab the little dog's cage, because it's just a collapsible one, and we'll park by the grass where we can just throw that thing up and just throw him in there real quick, and don't have to worry about putting him on a leash, because he's kind of a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's what's going on. Fun times. Well, it is 5:30 almost on Sunday, and we're sitting over at the hotel because I did church. Came home, and wife came and picked me up, and we went back over there with the dogs, and I finally got a call saying that the power was back on, and to confirm or not. So we'll see what's going on here, if it's on or not. There are some rigs here at the house, and God, I hope he's not in the ditch. I'm stuck, because that would not be good. And it looks like that line is still down, and he's stuck. That's what it looks like. And I doubt there's any power on here, because I don't see anything. I didn't see that line up. I didn't see anything that would make me think that we've got any power. And we don't.
Why would they say we did?
Oh, she is not happy.
Happy.
Oh, she is not happy,
Bullshit.
folks.
You have to go up and talk to that
Yep.
dude.
Looks like we'll be at the hotel again tonight, because I've made multiple calls. This is the first time we've had somebody out here, so I may have to hook up the green truck and pull him out or something, because I don't know, he's probably stuck. You know, it's getting dark, so we'll go pull up and talk to him. So what we've got going on over there, I went and talked to the gentleman in the power truck. He's trying to move forward to get to the line so he could pull it up over and hook it up. And I got stuck in the yard in a ditch. I offered him a tug, and he said he's seen the rigs, but they're only allowed to have dispatched equipment come out and move their stuff. So they've got a flatbed tow truck out there with a pickup on the back of it, and I believe they're trying to winch it over. And I know you can't see that by some flashing lights and hear me talking, but yeah, hopefully they can get him out, because his front tire is straight stuck in the mud. And he said once he got it, he got everything else taken care of. All he's got to do is pull it up and hook it up, and it'd be good. So hopefully we got power here once they can get him out. But getting him out's going to be the problem. He also offered to fill the holes and stuff like that, and I said, dude, I'm not really worried about that. Could care less. Fix it in spring. We just need power. So our house is 50 some degrees right now. Oddly enough though, the ice is still frozen. You know, the stuff in the fridge is still cold, so we'll take it. But we do need that heat and electricity so we can use the facilities. Now we'll be sitting back at the hotel till we get her.
Well, folks, the power's back on and just in time, because we've got a big bag of presents here that we need to deliver to Lights on Milton Toy Drive. So that's what we're going to go do right now.
The Lights on Milton display in Grand Rapids grows every year. This year, more than 30,000 lights dance to the music. Every night, people offer to make donations to the family running the show, but they always refuse, instead asking people to pay it forward and donate to those in need. Sunday night, people were able to give on the spot to Project Noel, a local nonprofit.
We help children that have been affected by the opiate epidemic. Their parents are either users or they OD, maybe they're in prison, they're serving.
This year, Project Noel has dedicated to put gifts under the tree for more than 500 Lucas and Wood County children.
I like helping kids, period. And these kids have lost so much and just so innocent and everything, and I just want to help them.
The family inside the home knows that their Christmas cheer lights up so many winter nights, and they're thrilled to help brighten hundreds of Christmas mornings as well.
We always encourage paying it forward, and I said, you know what, this is something that means a lot to me. I have lost friends over the years to drug addiction and have experienced family members with drug addiction, and so I said, you know, I want to give back to the community and do something a little extra this year.
Well, we were joined during that story by Kelly Leak herself. She's one of the people who puts together this light show that even if you missed it tonight, you can still see it in the future nights. Kelly Leak, what did you want to say to everyone who came out here this evening?
I just wanted to say thank you very much for everyone who came out, made donations, the wonderful volunteers of Project Noel that stood out here in the bitter cold with me to come up and down the street and collect donations. And also I wanted to say a shout out to Otsego Schools, who also dropped off a donation tonight. And there is a YouTuber by the name of Chad Keegan. He was here earlier this week, did a live little YouTube improv in the street, and he came tonight and brought a bunch of toys that are going to help children. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who was involved.
Wonderful.
Well, folks, it's Monday morning. Just come out here to kind of assess the situation on what is going on. Look at that big old rut. I'm going to try to fix that here a little bit, because, well, it is torn up. And I'm going to get some of this mud off the road here if I can. That way it's not an inconvenience to anybody, and they're not getting their stuff dirty like me or anybody else who's coming down here. Because, well, I'm just happy we got power, and I don't like this stuff being on the road, but it's what it is. It happens sometimes when the ground's soft and vehicles can't get through them. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Well, let's assess the situation here. I got to get some fill dirt for a couple holes like this spot right here and this spot right here, but other than that, it's not too bad for the gash that was in there. I'll need to get some fill dirt in the spring and take care of it. Just took the Cushman over it and kind of smoothed it out a little bit, but as you can see, it still needs some TLC here. Like I said, in the spring I'll get a load of fill dirt or something and just throw some stuff down to kind of fill that in and get the roller out here and roll it up a little bit better. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I ain't complaining. Dude even offered to stay and fill that stuff in
that hooked up the line and stuff, and I told him, don't worry about it, just go do what you got to do, because I knew he had other people. He said 9 more stops after this last night, and it was probably somewhere around 8 o'clock when he called me and let me know that it was back on and stuff. And I said, yeah, we were sitting in the driveway watching you the whole time, because we didn't think it'd be too long after he got it done, so that's what we did. But yeah, it's taken care of, so now I can move on to the next thing. Well, it's good enough for me, you know. It's going to be good enough until, like I said, next spring. Geraldine was already out and cleaned up that tree that was down, so big shouts to him for that, me not having to do it. So what do we do next?
Well, folks, that's going to conclude today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the struggle of someone without power. Regardless of your situation, though, always try to make the best of it. And always remember, there's somebody out there who's probably got a little worse than you. So anything you can do to help somebody else is always a positive. So from me, Chad Keegan, that's going to be all for today. So you know what we say, until the next time, we will see ya.